Santiago Calatrava Valls is a Spanish neo-futuristic architect, structural engineer, sculptor and painter. He has offices in New York City, Doha, and Zürich. Early life and education. Calatrava was born in Beni Mamet, an old municipality now integrated as an urban part of Valencia, Spain. His mother's family were of Jewish heritage, but had nominally converted during the Spanish Inquisition of the 15th century. His Calatrava surname was an old aristocratic one from medieval times, and was once associated with an order of knights in Spain. Both sides of his family were involved in the agricultural export business. Members of his father's family suffered during the turmoil of the 1930s, when a bloody civil war resulted in a military dictatorship, and as a young man Calatrava was eager to leave behind the repressive atmosphere that endured. Quote, he received a degree in architecture at the Polytechnic University of Valencia, where he completed independent projects with fellow students, publishing 2 books on the vernacular architecture of Valencia and Ibiza. In 1975 he enrolled in the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zürich, Switzerland for a second degree in civil engineering. In 1981, after receiving his doctorate in civil engineering for his thesis on the foldability of space frames, he started his architecture and engineering practice. Career. Calatrava's early career was largely dedicated to bridges and railway stations, with designs that elevated the status of civil engineering projects to new heights. His Montjuïc Communications Tower in Barcelona, Spain, in the heart of the 1992 Olympics site, as well as the Alan Lambert Galleria in Toronto, Canada, were important works and turning points in his career, leading to a wide range of commissions. The Quadracci Pavilion of the Milwaukee Art Museum was his first building in the United States. Calatrava's entry into high-rise design began with an innovative 54-story high twisting tower called Turning Torso, located in Malmö, Sweden. Calatrava has designed a neo-futuristic railway station, the World Trade Center transportation hub, at the rebuilt World Trade Center in New York City. The new PATH station and the associated transit and retail complex opened on March 3, 2016, 7 years behind schedule, at a cost of $4 billion, twice the original budget. More than $1 billion of those costs went to administrative costs and the decision to build around the one line of the New York City subway. Calatrava has defined his style as bridging the division between structural engineering and architecture. In his projects, he claims to continue a tradition of Spanish modernist engineering that included Felix Candela, Antonio Gaudí, and Rafael Guastavino, with a very personal style that derives from numerous studies of the human body and the natural world. Architecture critics, however, see his work as a continuation of the neo-futuristic expressionism of Eero Saarinen. Recent projects: St. Nicholas Church, Calatrava's Street, Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church in Liberty Park, is a redesign for the church destroyed by the collapse of 2 World Trade Center during the September 11 attacks. Calatrava was awarded the contract to rebuild the St. Nicholas Church in downtown New York City, which had been destroyed on 9/11. Construction is expected to begin in 2014, and it is hoped that the St. Nicholas congregation will be able to celebrate Easter in the church in 2017. The church will be created from steel and concrete, but the exterior will be clad in stone. In designing the church, Calatrava was said to be inspired by Byzantine churches of the past, including the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. The interior design of the church is still being determined. Shark Crossing. In December 2013, the city of Doha awarded Calatrava the Shark Crossing in Doha, Qatar, his biggest project to date. This project was put on hold in January 2015. If pursued, the project will see 3 interconnecting bridges, spanning almost 10 kilometers, connect the city's cultural district in the north of the city, to Hamad International Airport and the central business district in West Bay. The bridges will be able to carry 2,000 vehicles per lane per hour and are connected by a series of undersea tunnels to keep the traffic flow moving. The 3 bridges would be between 600 and 1,310 meters in length, and the undersea tunnels would be between 8 and 9 kilometers long. The crossing is partly designed to ease traffic in this fast-growing city, but the West Bay Bridge, a double-decked bridge, also incorporates a recreational part that can be accessed by an elevated walkway. This will offer views of the city and will offer hospitality facilities that connect to the central business district. The project has been described by authorities in Qatar as being one of the most ambitious engineering projects undertaken in the Middle East, creating up to 15,000 jobs. Work is scheduled to start in 2015 to open in time for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Trinity River Bridges. Calatrava's work includes 3 bridges that will eventually span the Trinity River in Dallas, Texas, United States. The first bridge, the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, named after donor Margaret Hunt Hill, was opened for traffic in March 2012. The second, Margaret McDermott Bridge, named for the donor, started construction fall 2013 and is expected to open for traffic early 2017. If the remaining bridge is completed, Dallas will join the Dutch county of Haarlemmermeer in having 3 Calatrava bridges. Work on the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge was started in 2007 and completed in 2012. The bridge has a 40-story center arch, which is a feature of the Dallas skyline. Peace Bridge. Calatrava's designed for the Peace Bridge, a 130 meters pedestrian bridge to span the Bow River in downtown Calgary, Alberta, Canada, was estimated to cost approximately $24.5 million. The project was approved by City Council in early January 2009 and was scheduled for completion in fall 2010. Public disclosure of Peace Bridge plans was made on the 28th of July 2009, and it was described as a sleek, elegant contribution to downtown Calgary. The bridge was received with mixed feelings amongst Calgarians. The design model showed a sleek, tubular, single-span red and white trestle, offering separate pathways for cyclists and pedestrians. The bridge was expected to serve up to 5,000 pedestrians and cyclists daily. After considerable delays due to construction quality problems, the bridge opened in March 2012. Florida Polytechnic University. On the 16th of June 2009, it was announced that Calatrava would be designing the first building of the new University of South Florida Polytechnic campus in Lakeland, Florida. This will be his first work in the southeastern United States. The university is now Florida Polytechnic University, and has been open since August 2014. Calatrava has been responsible for the master plan of the campus as well as the main building. The campus sits on 170 acres of land which once contained phosphorus mines, many of which have been filled with water, creating small lakes. Some of these are being enlarged to create a major lake at the center of the campus. The main building, the Innovation, Science and Technology Building, will be arranged over 2 floors of an area of 200,000 square feet. It will house classrooms, labs, faculty offices and meeting spaces, and will provide the Polytechnic's primary needs until additional buildings are added. The project was completed for a fixed price of $60 million and is projected to come in under budget. The backdrop of the Polytechnic building was recently used in a commercial for Chrysler Ram trucks. This building was selected as Global Project of the Year by the Engineering News Record magazine. Museum of Tomorrow, Rio de Janeiro. The Museum of Tomorrow opened in December 2015, with Rio due to host a series of major events in the next few years. A number of high-profile construction projects were commissioned. Calatrava was responsible for the design of the Museum of Tomorrow, part of a major development on the waterfront. The museum, set on the Pier Maua, and over 130,000 square feet in size, focuses on the issues of science and sustainability, and look at possibilities for the future. The building has a number of green features, including pools to capture rainwater for use in the plumbing system, and also pools that naturally filter water from the bay. Calatrava as sculptor. Calatrava is also a sculptor and painter, claiming that the practice of architecture combines all the arts into one. In 2003, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City held an exhibition of his artistic and architectural work, entitled Santiago Calatrava, Sculpture into Architecture. In 2012, the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg held an exhibition of his work, and this was followed up by an exhibition at the Vatican Museum in Rome. The Marlborough Gallery in New York is set to exhibit Calatrava's work in May 2014. 8 of his sculptures will also be displayed along Park Avenue, in New York City in the spring of 2015, between 52nd and 55th Streets. Exhibitions of his work have also taken place in Germany, England, Spain, Italy and elsewhere. Notable works: completed 1983-84, Jacob Steel Warehouse, Munchwil in Switzerland. 1983-85, Ernsting Warehouse, Coesfeld, Germany. 1983-88, Wohlen High School, Wohlen, Switzerland. 1983-90, Stadelhofen Railway Station, Zürich, Switzerland. 1983-89, Hall of Lucerne Railway Station, Lucerne, Switzerland. 1984-87, BAC de Roda Bridge, Barcelona, Spain. 1984-88, Benmat Community Center, Sur, Switzerland. 1986-87, Taburetti Theatre, Basel, Switzerland. 1987-92, Alan Lambert Galleria, Toronto, Canada. 1989-94, TGV Station, Lyon, France. 1991-95, Alameda Bridge and Metro Station, Valencia, Spain. 1992, Puente del Alamio, Seville, Spain. 1992, Puente de Lusitania, Merida, Spain. 1992, Montjuic Communications Tower at the Olympic Ring, Barcelona, Spain. 1992, World's Fair, Kuwaiti Pavilion, Seville, Spain. 1994, Mimico Creek Bridge, Humber Bay Parks, Toronto, Ontario. 1994, Kronprinzenbrücke, Berlin, Germany. 1994-1997, Campo Volantén Footbridge, Bilbao, Spain. 1995, Trinity Bridge, footbridge over River Irwell in Manchester and Salford, Greater Manchester, England. 1996-2009, Ciutat de les Arts y les Sciences, Valencia, Spain. 1996, Centro Internacional de Ferias y Congresos de Tenerife, Santa Cruz de Tenerife, Tenerife, Canary Island, Spain. 1998, Gare du Oriente, Lisbon, Portugal. 1999, Puente del Hospital, Murcia, Spain. 2000, new terminal at Bilbao Airport, Bilbao, Spain. 2001, Milwaukee Art Museum, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, US. 2001, Puente de la Mulia, in the Puerto Madero barrio of Buenos Aires, Argentina. 2001, Bodegas y Aseos, LaGuardia, Spain. 2002 Wave in Dallas, Texas at the Southern Methodist University Meadows Museum. 2003 James Joyce Bridge over River Liffey, Dublin, Ireland. 2003 Auditorio de Tenerife, the architect's first performing arts facility, Santa Cruz de Tenerife, Spain. 2004 redesign of Athens Olympic Sports Complex, Athens, Greece. 2004 Sundial Bridge at Turtle Bay, Redding, California, U.S. 2004 Three bridges spanning the main canal of the Haarlemmermeer, Netherlands. 2004 University of Zürich, Bibliothek Signboard, Library remodeling, Zürich, Switzerland. 2005 The bridge connecting the Avnar shopping mall and the Rabin Medical Center in Petah Tikva, Israel. 2005 Turning Torso, Malmö, Sweden. 2007 Three bridges on the A1 motorway and Milan-Bologna high-speed railway, Reggio Emilia, Italy. 2007 to 2012 Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, Dallas, Texas, U.S. 2008 Quartz Bridge at the entrance to Jerusalem, Israel, a light rail bridge. 2008 Ponte della Costituzione, a footbridge from Piazza Roma over the Grand Canal, Venice, Italy. 2008-2009 Technion Obelisk, monument on the Technion campus in Haifa, Israel. 2009 Liege Gillemans railway station in Liege, Belgium. 2009 Samuel Beckett Bridge over River Liffey, Dublin, Ireland. 2009 Carjum Madrid Obelisk, Madrid, Spain. 2011 Palacio de Congresos de Oviedo, Asturias, Spain. Spanish Wiki. Est Palacio de Congresos de Oviedo. 2011 Palacio de Exposiciones y Congresos, Oviedo, Spain. 2012 Peace Bridge, Calgary, Canada. 2013 Medio Padana Station on the Milan-Bologna high-speed railway, Reggio Emilia, Italy. 2015 Museu do Amanhã, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 2016 World Trade Center Transportation Hub, New York City, U.S. Under construction, proposed in Asia Yuanzhou University, Taipei, Taiwan. In Europe City of Sport, University of Rome or Vergata, Italy. Crati River Bridge, Cosenza, Italy. The Marina Arici Sport Village, Salerno, Italy. New railway station in Mons, Belgium. In North America Atlanta Symphony Center, Atlanta, Georgia, U.S. Project cancel. Florida Polytechnic University, Lakeland, Florida, U.S. Margaret McDermott Bridge, Dallas, Texas, U.S. St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, New York City, U.S. Calatrava has also submitted designs for a number of notable projects that were eventually awarded to other designers, including the Reichstag in Berlin and the East London River Crossing. Unbuilt Projects 80 South Street was a residential skyscraper located at that address in New York City's financial district facing the East River. It was composed of 10 townhouses in the shape of cubes stacked on top of one another. The townhouses move up a main beam and follow a staggered ladder-like pattern, providing each townhouse with its own roof. The townhouse in the sky design was supposed to attract a high-profile clientele willing to pay a hefty $30 million for each cube. As of 2008, this project had been cancelled, the Manhattan real estate market had gone soft, and none of the 10 multi-million-dollar townhouses had been sold. Chicago Spire was a now-cancelled skyscraper in Chicago, originally commissioned by Chicago and Christopher Carley. The building site for the project was purchased by Irish developer Garrett Kelleher in July 2006 when Carley's financing plans fell through. Construction of the building was to begin in August 2007, for intended completion in 2011. The Chicago Spire would have been the tallest building in North America. The project was cancelled in early 2010. Colsirla Communications Tower in Barcelona, a tower shaped like a big white spaceship, was proposed, but Norman Foster ultimately designed the tower. A bridge in Toronto to the Toronto Island Airport. Locals did not support the airport. A campus building for Ryerson University in Toronto, Canada. His design was dropped for a less expensive design. New cathedral for the Diocese of Oakland, California, U.S. Preliminary design dropped in favor of the by local architect Craig Hartman. New bridge across Cavado River, Barcelos, Portugal. It was dropped due to lack of funds. Substitute bridge across Rhine River, Basel, Switzerland. It did not pass the cantonal referendum. A less expensive bridge was built instead. Maastricht University Campus, Maastricht, Netherlands. Palma de Mallorca's Opera, Spain. Recognition. Calatrava has received numerous recognitions for his design and engineering work, for example for his use of steel and concrete. In 1988, he was awarded with the Fazl Khan International Fellowship by the Somme Foundation. In 1990, he received the Médaille d'Argent de la Recherche et de la Technique in Paris. In 1992, he received the prestigious Gold Medal of the Institution of Structural Engineers. In 1993, the Museum of Modern Art in New York held a major exhibition of his work called Structure and Expression. In 1998, he was elected to become a member of Les Arts et Lettres in Paris. In 2005, he received the Gold Medal from the American Institute of Architects. In 2005, Calatrava was awarded the Eugene McDermott Award by the Council for the Arts of MIT. The award is among the most esteemed arts awards in the U.S. He is also a senior fellow of the Design Futures Council. Calatrava has received a total of 21 honorary degrees in recognition of his work. In 2013, Calatrava was awarded an honorary doctorate from Georgia Institute of Technology, an award that has only been given to a small number of people. The Novacore World Xandar in the science fiction film Guardians of the Galaxy is largely based on his designs. Disney's movie Tomorrowland used Calatrava's City of Arts and Sciences as a key location. Actor George Clooney described the complex saying, "I've never seen anything like it. It's very much a dream. Who built that?" The movie's director Brad Bird described the complex as beautiful, very unconventional, based on natural forms but at the same time abstract. Awards honorary degrees Other honors 2011 On the 10th of December, Calatrava was appointed a member of the Pontifical Council for Culture for a 5-year renewable term by Pope Benedict XVI. Criticism. Overpriced and delayed. Calatrava's projects have often been completed late and well over budget, resulting several times in real or threatened litigation against him. Venice for the Constitution Bridge over the Grand Canal in Venice. See below. New York. The World Trade Center transportation hub in New York is expected to be complete in 2015, 6 years behind schedule, for a cost of $4 billion, twice what was expected. Calatrava alone was paid $80 million. Valencia. The City of Arts and Sciences complex in his native Valencia ultimately cost around €900 million, almost triple what was originally budgeted, over a 13-year period. Ignacio Blanco, an opposition member of the Valencian Provincial Parliament for United Left, estimates that the city, financially strapped as a result of country's ongoing economic crisis and unwise spending, still owes €700 million. Blanco started a website, CalatravaTeleclava.com, also very loosely translated from Spanish as Calatrava bleeds you dry, highlighting the architect's propensity for these cost and schedule overruns. Calatrava has charged the Valencia government some €100 million, according to a website established by the left-wing Esquerra Unida Alternativa party. The party says it has managed to see copies of bills paid by the People's Party regional government to the architect, who has been living in Zürich since 1973. Calatrava has been accused of trying to silence his underfunded but vocal Valencian critics by suing them for large monetary damages. Around May 2014, Calatrava won a court ruling requiring that the insulting and degrading website name be taken down, although the information on it was judged to be within the limits of the criticism. In December 2014, Esquerra Unida was condemned by a Valencian court for defaming Calatrava, and it was ordered to pay him €30,000 on repairs. Calatrava announced he would donate the full amount. Esquerra Unida Alternativa, the political party behind the website, launched another one called www.calatrava-no-nos-cala.com, loosely translated as Calatrava will not silence us. Impractical. Some of Calatrava's work has additionally been criticized for impracticality. The metal arches he puts over landscaped gardens, critics say, are beautiful but became too hot in the sunlight for vines to grow around them. Rather than searching for functionality or customer satisfaction, he aims for singularity, complains the head of Bilbao's Architectural Association. Is above and beyond the client. Blanco points to the minimal design notes the architect provides in comparison to his peers. Venice. For the Constitution Bridge over the Grand Canal in Venice, see below. Bilbao. In Bilbao, the bridge's glass tiles are prone to break and to become slippery in the local weather, leading the New York Times to dub it the Bridge of Broken Legs, due to the many accidents that occurred. The compensation payments which followed finally compelled the local administration to add anti-slip treads to its decking, covering the lighting from underneath that was the bridge's selling point. Valencia. In the City of Arts and Sciences Opera House, 150 seats have partially obstructed views. Lack of essential features. Other buildings have been built without essential features. Venice. For the Constitution Bridge over the Grand Canal in Venice, see below. Bilbao Airport lacks an arrivals hall, so a glass wall had to be built to shelter passengers waiting on the street after clearing customs and picking up the bags. Valencia's Science Museum. Valencia's Science Museum was originally missing fire escapes or elevators to provide accessibility. They were later added by Calatrava at further public expense. He was paid even when repairing his own mistakes. Blanco complains. Engineering issues. Some Calatrava projects have shown visible problems within a few years of completion. However, most of the lawsuits Calatrava received for schedules overrun and performance fails in his buildings actually derive from an ineffective construction processes, rather than from design errors. These sort of construction mistakes are normally imputable to the general contractors in charge of design implementation. Venice. The Constitution Bridge over the Grand Canal in Venice has many problems highlighted by his critics. Begun in 1996, it took 12 years to build and went through numerous structural changes because of the mechanical instability of the structure and the excessive weight of the bridge, which would cause the banks of the canal to fail. In 10 years the project was inspected by more than 8 consultants and the cost had risen to 3 times the original expectations. The finished bridge has been criticized for its impractical design. It has many steps embedded in its relatively steep pavement, which makes it uncomfortable to walk on, especially for the elderly. Moreover, it does not have a ramp, so that it cannot be used by wheelchair users. The city has sued Calatrava over both the cost overruns on the original construction and the excessive maintenance costs since then. The court finally absolved Calatrava of all charges and compensated him for legal costs incurred. In March 2013, an Italian Supreme Court started a procedure for a hearing against Calatrava and 3 engineers for overpricing the bridge. The court absolved Calatrava of all charges and compensated him for incurred legal costs. Valencia: it was inevitable. Another Valencia architect wrote that the mosaic Calatrava put on the wall of the City of Arts and Sciences Opera House as a tribute to Antonio Gaudí would buckle as the steel it was affixed to heated up. The city was contemplating a lawsuit against Calatrava and the builders over the wrinkles that have appeared. Tiles on the facade were ripped away by high winds in the winter of 2013-2014. Eventually, the blame was assigned to the contractor responsible for attaching the tiles with adhesive, and repairs are planned. Haarlemmermeer: a councillor in the Dutch municipality Haarlemmermeer called for the city to sue Calatrava over the 3 bridges he designed over its main canal, which not only cost double the budget but have required far more maintenance than originally anticipated. YSIO's winery The Demek Group has sued Calatrava and the building company Ferrovial to pay for the repairs in the cover of the 2001 YSIO's winery in Aljubarrota, Spain. The aluminium and cedar cover leaks water, causing humidity inside that is detrimental to wine production. Oviedo: elsewhere in Spain. In 2013, Calatrava and his associates were ordered to pay the city of Oviedo €3.3 million for damages incurred when a convention centre collapsed while under construction. The judgment has since been confirmed on appeal, though slightly reduced to just under €3 million. Calatrava's reply: "My goal is always to create something exceptional that enhances cities and enriches the lives of the people who live and work in them," Calatrava told the New York Times in response to its article about his project's many difficulties. He has claimed that his fees for his Valencia work were justified since they included his work as a project manager over 20 years' time, but did not address specific criticisms of its many defects. In an interview with Architectural Record, he dismissed criticism by Blanco and others as politically motivated. He noted that other cities, like Dublin and Dallas, had been satisfied with his work and commissioned projects from him repeatedly. His supporters pointed out that Valencia's government has spent foolishly and extravagantly on other architects' work as well, such as its new airport, which remains underused.